Hello. In this video, I will explain inflation, concept, meaning, nature of inflation in developing economy and effects of inflation we will cover. To be very simple, inflation is continuous rise in price. Persistent rise in price is called inflation. Inflation, however, becomes problem only if it crosses certain limit. We classify inflation into various categories like creeping inflation, walking inflation, running inflation, galloping inflation, and hyperinflation. Creeping inflation means when price rises only by about 2 to 3% per annum. Slow rise, moderate rise in price. Walking is single digit inflation. Price rise is restricted to single digit. Creeping and walking inflation are sometimes considered to be favorable for producers as it is encouragement for them. It will work as encouragement, incentive because it is profit will also rise along with that. That is the reason. Running inflation is two-digit inflation where rising price is by 10%, 20% per annum. Galloping inflation is where rising price is in three digit. So rising price is by 100%, 200% per annum. That is called galloping inflation. Hyper is a worst situation that any country can experience. It is four digit, 1000% price rise per annum. Hyperinflation is described as a situation where you go to restaurant. By the time you order food, looking at the menu and you're ordering food, prices change. It is that worst situation where you have to carry money in bags and baskets and you come back with pocket of goods. So this is worst situation that any country can experience. What we will consider in detail here is demand pull and cost push inflation. Demand pull is when demand is pulling price up, excess demand, shortages. Because of that, when price rises, it is termed as demand pull inflation. Cost push inflation is when cost will push price up. Cost of production rises and that results into rise in price. It is termed as cost push inflation. We are focusing upon inflationary situation of developing economy. We divide reasons into two, demand pull and cost push factors. First, we list factors which are responsible for demand pull inflation. Developing economies experience rise in income. So, increase in income on one hand is increasing demand. Supply is not matching simultaneously. This results into rise in price. Huge expenditure incurred by governments on development. So development programs पे बहुत ज़्यादा खर्च हो रहा है. One man's expenditure is another man's income. So income is generated without matching supply, creating rise in price. Gestation period is waiting period between start of a project and end of a project, like building of flyovers, bridges. Time consuming projects they are. Till the time projects are over, supply will not increase, but it is generating income. generation of jobs, generation of income. So excess of demand it will create. Population is a common cause. Rising population will increase demand. Incurring of unproductive expenditure is where supply is not matched, only demand is created with help of these expenses. Foreign aid, this is additional inflow of money in the economy, which increases demand. So these are some of the reasons for demandful type of inflation in developing economy. Factors which result into cost push type of inflation. Inflation is experienced when supply is inelastic. You're not able to increase supply even though there is demand. Supply is inelastic. This results into rise in price. Backward agriculture, modern methods are not used in agriculture when in developing economy. So supply remains restricted. Supply shocks like oil price shock, which was experienced in 1973 and 79, deliberate supply restrictions for petroleum products. So during that time, we have experienced that. So supply shocks will it will result into artificial restriction of supply. Structural rigidities, there you're not able to improve supply. Exchange rates are changing, making imports costlier sometimes. So cost बढ़ जाती है production की. Cost of production increases also when wages increase. It can be also because of infrastructure obstacles. We are not able to improve infrastructure, तो cost high होता है. Public sector is inefficient when production कम है, but payments are good, which are made by them to the labor and other payments. So cost is more, per unit cost will be more. Inefficiency in administration also increases cost. So these reasons will lead to high cost of production and we will experience cost push inflation in economy. We also are considering effects of inflation on economy. Except the last point, remaining all which are listed are economic effects of inflation. When price rises, initially rising price by 2%, 3%, creeping inflation is going to affect positively. This will be having positive effect on economy because it will work as incentive for producers. So investment and production will improve. But after a certain level, when price will rise further, it will have adverse effect. So investment and production will be discouraged. Real income is purchasing power. Purchasing power. As price increases with given money income, we will be able to purchase less. Correct? So real income पे adverse effect होगा. Like if you are carrying 100 rupee in market, with that if you are purchasing pen, if one pen will cost 10 rupee, you will be able to purchase 10 units of pen. But instead, when one pen will start costing 20 rupee, you will be able to purchase only 5 pen with 100 rupee. So real income is purchasing power, which is inversely related. Okay. So value of money is actually 1/P. तो प्राइस बढ़ेगा ना तो वैल्यू ऑफ मनी कम होगा. वैल्यू ऑफ मनी इज योर रियल इनकम एक्चुअली in other way when you speak of. So there is inverse relation. Effect on employment when we are considering, we consider Phillips curve. Phillips curve, I have made a separate video which you can refer in detail. So there is inverse relation which Phillips curve is explaining. So when price will increase, unemployment will decrease. So that means employment will have positive effect. Income distribution becomes adverse because when price rises, generally rich are getting richer. They will be benefited more because fixed income groups को ज्यादा फायदा यहाँ नहीं होता है. It is not percolated to them. Income distribution adverse होता है. Farmers benefit in time of inflation. When it is comprehensive inflation, price rises of all products, including agriculture products. So farmers are benefited. But generally it is observed that when price rises, agricultural goods price does not rise much. Farmers are spending on industrial products, industrial goods. So ultimately, farmers end up paying more than what they earn. So farmers are at disadvantage in time of inflation. Fixed income groups suffer because their income remains more or less fixed. Even though sometimes dearness allowances are paid, but it does not fully compensate inflation. So fixed income groups suffer in time of inflation. Debtors and creditors पे इफेक्ट देखेंगे तो हम बोलेंगे it is good to clear off your debts in time of inflation because what you borrowed compared to that, now purchasing power is less with same amount of money. So it is good to clear off your debts in time of inflation, but it is bad to receive your money back in time of inflation because purchasing power of what you gave in term of loan is less. Social and political disturbances will also arise in economy because people will not be happy. They will not be deciding not to vote same party again. चोरी डकैती ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स भी इमर्ज हो सकते हैं इकोनॉमी में. So adverse consequences we will suffer with problems in time of inflation. So there are adverse effects which naturally will require solution. To consider measures to control inflation, please watch my next video. Thank you.